So it's been a couple days since the Ye concert in Shanghai happened, and I too also hosted a live stream listening party. The stream, by the way, did really incredible numbers and a very active chat, something that I never really thought would be possible in this very early part of my YouTube journey, if you want to call it. I was stressing out when I heard the instrumental. It's the clean version. Woo! So thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for the support. Thanks for all the comments and everything. I do have another stream coming up in a couple of weeks or so, in 2 weeks or so, where we will be listening to the entirety of the Bully album. So if that's something you want to watch, tune in, hit that notification bell, and I will be going live on the 25th, 9 in the morning Pacific time, 12 in the morning Eastern time. If that's something you want to tune into, take a look and we're gonna listen to it together. But enough of that. In this video, I want to talk about the concert that happened a couple days ago and give you a little recap of what I saw, right? I didn't attend, however, we did watch this together in the form of a live stream on whatever website we could access with, and I kind of want to give you my thoughts, right? As a longtime fan, I want to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly that happened at the concert. After all these times and all the controversy that he's put himself into, I think as any fan that's been following him for a very long time now, I think this is a concert that desperately needed to happen. So I'm very glad to hear him live. However, there were a couple things that did go wrong, and I hope they do get fixed for the next concert, but I guess we'll see what happens. So let's talk about it. So let's talk about the good about this concert, right? As soon as the concert started, Ye performed almost a good amount of songs, and all live. He finally picks up a microphone, something that he's been afraid of for so long now.
He's just standing there, menacingly. Get out of there, SpongeBob!
Yeah.
So he finally performs a good amount of songs live, going through almost the entirety of this discography, choosing random songs from Power to Runaway to Heartless, even Ghost Town, something we haven't heard live from him in a very long time. He also plays 4 or 5 seconds as well, Run This Town, just a lot of different songs in his entire discography that he played, and just really good to hear because he hasn't performed these songs in a very long time. And overall, just a really good experience, and just hearing him live again is just a really great vibe to hear. So that's pretty much all I can say in terms of the good. And now let's talk about the bad. There's a couple things I can talk about on the top of my head. First things first, he did play the song HH. The reason why this little transition part was technically in quotation marks is because he didn't necessarily play that song. As soon as the instrumentals kicked in, I was extremely nervous, right? I thought his career would be over as soon as I heard that song, right? I was stressing out when I heard the instrumental. It's the clean version. Woo! It's the clean version. Woo! Woo! That gave me a heart attack, bro. That gave me a heart attack. But turns out it's a Hallelujah version. It sounds like he doesn't want to be associated with that song anymore. I don't know if he just did it just for like attention or whatever when that song first got released or got leaked or whatever, but I'm glad he's not doing that. Next thing, he did play Beauty and the Beast, he did play Preacher Man, a couple of the tracks that are going to be on Bully. Unfortunately, these songs do have AI.
I am a robot, I am a robot, I am a robot, and I like to dance and clap and jump.
And it's about 2 weeks until Bully officially drops, and I don't think these songs in the album will get changed. Unfortunately, I think it's still gonna stay as an AI album. I guess it is what it is. I can't really like change my expectations because I know what to expect now, but it is disappointing to hear that we have AI verses for this album, or it might just be a complete AI album in general, right? He did leave early, unfortunately. There is rain going on, so I don't know if that's going to be a reason of it, but that's a couple things I want to talk about on the top of my head. And now let's talk about the ugly part of the concert. During the second half of the concert, we can clearly see that it was raining, right? And what Ye decided to do was just, he didn't really say anything. He didn't announce anything that the concert was ending. He just walked off stage, let a couple songs play, and then that was pretty much it, right? I know this is Ye that we're talking about. It's honestly usual for him to do that, like just walk off stage without saying anything. But after setting such a high point of like singing so many songs back to back, going through his discography, stuff like that, to just walk off stage without saying anything is kind of disappointing. I know a lot of fans in China were extremely disappointed when they just were left with nothing. Like, it just ended abruptly, I guess you could say. Again, it might be the weather patterns, I really don't know, but if that was the case, that explains it a lot. Next thing as well is that, like I said earlier, it is AI, unfortunately, so Bully might just, be that. At one point in the concert, he did mention that he was going to have some sort of announcement, and nothing ended up happening with that announcement. I don't know what he had planned, but he did mention saying some sort of announcement was planned for this concert, right? Nothing happened. And then the last thing I want to say, there's a notice, or there's like a message that went passing around on the multiple Kanye subreddits I went through, saying that there is a note for Ye and his team to bring 40 people on stage. I don't know for what purpose. I don't know if there's like a Sunday service choir kind of thing, if there was like the group we saw doing the cover or the background chords for HH. I really don't know, but there was a notice going around and nothing happened as well. It kind of just resulted in Ye performing by himself. Again, so many plans and so many things were in place for this concert and nothing ended up happening. So I really don't know what to get out of this. I really don't know what to expect for the future, but I'm just letting you know that he did mention a lot of things and a lot of planning went ahead for this concert and nothing ended up happening. That's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. However, before I do end it, there's a couple things I want to say. Thank you all so much. I really need whoever's watching this video, right? Please take my words, they mean a lot, right? I would just want to say once again, thank you so much for watching, supporting the channel, and just tuning into the live streams. That was probably one of my biggest live streams that I've done so far, and I had a great time interacting with everyone, keeping an active chat going and all that stuff, right? And I started this channel like a year ago, covering all sorts of things that I like to do or like to listen to or I like to watch, whether that be anime, music, things like that. A lot of stuff I grew up with, and I am now having some sort of platform to be able to talk about these things, right? Things that I enjoy and maybe something that people like listening to, right? So thank you so much. It's a dream that I never thought would be possible, becoming a YouTuber, and maybe one day we're gonna grow up there, we're gonna get big, and we're gonna be able to do the content that we want to do, right? But for now, I'm having a really great time. Once again, thank you so much for watching. We will be having that stream in 2 weeks or so. We will be listening to Bully live on YouTube. Tune in, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.